It's another edition of Checking In with Hein and Johnny, where the hosts bring in mystery topics that neither host knows anything about until the mics go hot and on the air. We are the show that keeps the host from talking about the weather and World War II 24 hours a day. Hey, Heine, man, what's on your mind?
It is almost spring, Henry.
It is spring.
I think it is.
You know how
I hear
know
through the
it's spring?
grapevine.
You got the grapevine. Speaking.
Well, I heard you finally got snow, like for the first time. Is that true? You got snow?
Oh, we did. It's not the first time, but it is
Got
a little
good snow. I like it.
That was wild. Then we got sort of a little snow. A spring clearing of snow.
I love it. It is spring. You have met Bella a couple of times. Now she's a little older. She's a little bit older now.
Yeah,
She's camera ready.
Yeah. I see that the glam have been working on her, fluffing her up.
Yes, they have. So I know you love Mexican food. My wife, Allison, she loves Mexican food. What's Chris's favorite food? Is it by coincidence Mexican food?
Well, she does like Mexican food. Her favorite restaurant used to be, remember Black Eyed Peas?
I think I remember the name, but did it go out of business?
Had comfort food. Everybody felt good about what they were eating.
Yeah, I love comfort food.
With the onrushing of spring, she, especially for the Ides of March, prepares corned beef and cabbage. Do you ritually do that every year?
We do not. Dave, who's been on our podcast a lot, he loves cooking it, talks about it. He's in love with it. But no, I do not. I love corned beef, but I'm not a big cabbage guy. Is cabbage on your top 10 list?
Coleslaw is best cabbage.
I'll tell you, cold slaw on a Reuben sandwich is absolutely spectacular. I mean, it is life-changing. It's so good.
They always have it. Oh, here are the pulled pork sandwiches. And as a side dish, coleslaw. But I just put it on the sandwich.
Amen. Absolutely the best possible sandwich starts with delicious coleslaw. Well, I would say my favorite restaurants would be the seafood. In the South, they have a ton of grits and shrimp. Shrimp and grits is a popular dish. And thank goodness I have been doing our spring training baseball. So I've been getting shrimp and grits every day. It's lovely. I love the South. They're crazy for grits.
You're not.
Today we are
Virginia.
Not in Virginia, still cold there. They're getting a hot heat wave, but it is still cold there, still wintry. I am still in Florida, thank goodness. We've been doing does Chris like lighthouses?
She's never been to one.
My wife and I dig a good lighthouse because where there are lighthouses, there are excellent seafood restaurants. So I let my wife look at the lighthouse. Exactly, because people go.
Yeah, the one in El Paso, the lighthouse in El Paso, to keep those ships from drifting off the Rio Grande, is at the base of it is a seafood restaurant with a.
They are.
It's a Mexican seafood restaurant.
That's still good.
Via
Nothing
Del Mar.
We love spicy.
The Mexicans have their own take on seafood.
I like it. I've always loved a good taco. Seafood taco is quite delicious.
They have fillets, just a different preparation, like 10 or 12 different preparations of a fillet. And they're not.
And a lot of good sauces. I like the sauces.
Well, they all feature a different sauce.
I'm all about it.
That.
I'm all about the options, the variety of life. Is Chris a antiquer? Does she love going to markets where they have big barns with nothing but junk in them?
No.
We are not either. My wife and I mock folks that want to buy old crap for their house. Our favorite hobby is throwing away our junk that we've gathered together. Neither are we. We've never been. You guys do have cool retro decorating, though. I've been enough time in your house. You do decorate well, but it's not antiques. I wouldn't say it's Elizabethan.
Right. There's just stuff that's 70 years old.
Yeah, retro. I think of that as retro. All right. Anybody in your family ever wore a toupee? Anybody ever wore a toupee? Has Chris ever done extensions for like a big wedding or?
Once.
Yeah.
Once.
My mom, we've had several goofy stories about Gerda on the pod. My mom was kind of an idiot in a goofball sort of way, which I don't think is a negative. So my dad was as bald as me. And one summer, she wanted him to have a toupee. So a hat that just sat, as we all know, just kind of on top, but didn't have the sidage. Whatever a William Shatner's guy does, he didn't have that. So there are photos when I'm 17 with my dad with a black hair hat, and it is hilarious. It's so awesome. It's my favorite thing.
There was a guy in the car club, and it was, hey, it's a beautiful day. Why don't we just lower the top today? No.
No. That's not right. Unless you've gone to, what's the company that they're always the hair club, and I'm not only the president, but and they take the back of your hair and dig it out, and then they put a big strip so it doesn't come off they don't plug you, but they put a huge airport stripe across your head. That's the Bosley method. You can swim. You can go in the convertible.
Well,
anyway,
when you go to Turkey and get the plugs put in.
Oh, did they have inexpensive plugs?
Or something. I don't know. It sounds, life is painful enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, if you've ever watched baseball or football, Joe Buck admits in his memoir that he was addicted to getting hair plugs. So he has thousands, tens of thousands of hair plugs. And it is, I believe people say it's brutal. It's injecting in a nasty way with a turkey baster, a delightful deep hair plug. Anyway, oh, you got Chris delivered coffee. We said we would thank her. We would thank her on the pod. So thank you.
There's a lot of support behind the show that makes it.
Yes. Not just glam. There's more than glam. So tell me, when you look back, where we talked last month about, or last pod about albums that we look back now on and we are embarrassed that we thought they were awesome and we memorized every word. Mine was Loverboy. Were there any that you look back on and you think that was like a greatest hits album? I mean, every song on that particular album was.
I don't write it.
So mine is the Fleetwood Mac Rumors album. Fleetwood Mac had been a band forever and released a whole bunch of blues albums, but then Lindsey Buckingham and the fancy blonde ladies joined the band. And in my opinion, almost every song that they released on Rumors was a huge hit, it seemed like. So looking back, now when anybody plays any of those songs, every one of them, in my mind, seemed like it was a hit back in the day. What's yours?
Yes. Well, for me, it's Who's Next.
Oh, Who's Next was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic album. And then not only that, then they used all of them on the CSI shows. So not only was it the actual songs at the time, but every CSI Miami, Vegas, they all had incredible snips from that album. So very true. And Boston. Did you ever? Tom Schultz was an engineering guy from MIT, and he recorded an album with his friend in his basement, and he got a record deal. But there was no band. It's just the two dudes. And Tom played every instrument, and they gave him a record deal. And that album, Boston, was almost a top 10 hit on all the albums. The albums were really short, though. They're really short.
I liked them, and I still do.
Yeah, I do as well. In fact, one of the songs called Silver Springs was Stevie Nicks' song from Rumors. And because vinyl albums, the more songs you put on, the less bass you had, which I didn't know that until later. They had to cut that song. And it's a favorite of a lot of people. So even a song that could have gone on the album that was very popular didn't go on because you can't put it on and still have clarity back in the vinyl days. I think that's fascinating. Now albums, they can be 21 songs and nobody cares. It doesn't make any difference.
Yes, they're all double albums.
Yeah, anything they release now. If it's an EP, 3 or 4, but everything else is double albums. And was there any band that you listened to that now is atrocious? Like, if you had to listen to the entire catalog of one person or band, would you throw up if you had to listen to them all?
Well, I never liked the Little River Band.
You never liked it. I'm thinking, well, I'll give you one that I did like. When you and I were in high school, David Bowie was just cranking out hits, top 10 hits. Stevie Ray Vaughan was on an album, Let's Dance. And so he had crazy David Bowie lyrics, but then these guitar solos were all these totally awesome blues riffs. But if you made me listen to a whole catalog of David Bowie, it's one of the CDs I did own. I couldn't even listen to it. It made me vomit. It was so bad. Dancing orangutan songs and polka songs. And then then after his popular time, when we were in high school, he had like Tin Machine, which was, unless you like people scraping trash cans together on guitar strings, that was your bit. But it was terrible. It was unlistenable. So that's mine. If I had to listen to an entire catalog.
I doubt that there's. His early stuff probably up until the Space Oddity.
Yeah.
And then, I mean,
It's terrible.
the Let's Dance and all, whatever he did, I don't listen to that. I never have.
It was extreme. Oh my gosh. It was the MTV time period. So
Yoko Ono.
Did you ever listen to a band called Bare Naked Ladies from Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite songs is where they take a moment during the song, Be My Yoko Ono, and one of them imitates Yoko Ono singing, and it's one of my favorites. They sing about Brian Wilson and Yoko Ono. It's quite entertaining.
How about the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus when she's on there?
It's fantastic that she's there. That was a ragtag bit of fun.
Yes, but they never released because it was so bad.
You don't have to watch it more than once. Once you've watched it the one time, did you do a midnight showing of the documentary about the murder at the Altamont Speedway? That's how I watched it the first time. Black and white, midnight showing at Cottonwood Mall. And we went. That was a great way to see it.
Spun upon. See Grace verbally abused. The Hells Angels with 100. The price is 100 cases of ice cold beer. All at Altamont Speedway. Those were as memorable as the drag racing radio ad.
The drag racing and the truck pulls, the monster truck pulls.
Their radio was
not
gone.
As good. Yeah,
it was gone. You were listening to the Big Daddy Don Perone. No, it's Don the Snake Perone. Big Daddy Don Garlitz and his swamp rat. See, Mr. Titanium, 110 miles an hour, just skating along on his titanium shoes.
And love it.
All at Bonneville Raceway Park.
Did you ever get the station from Tijuana that Wolfman Jack was on? It was like illegally, at night you could get it because they just had an enormous wattage, which they wouldn't let you do in America. So I could get that particular radio station at night in Salt Lake. Good memories.
Because it was bouncing off the stratosphere. It would appear in different parts of Oklahoma.
You go right to Oklahoma. Yes, it probably was.
12 baby.
Wolfman Jack was awesome. Really he was entertaining.
He was all Clearasil ads and stuff by the
time we were old enough. So, are you at all, other than your running utes, are you at all interested in the men's basketball tradition that is March Madness, Henry?
Yes, I am, as always, interested in the NCAA tournament. Who's playing?
So you're that interested. You have wagered no money on a bracket. I'm always very interested. I hate wasting money, so I never put any money on it. But I do get excited about March Madness.
You do.
My team, the Gators. If UConn can lose to St. John's before March Madness, my team can go in as a 1 seed, so they can play all the low teams first. So that's what I have. My hopes are all built on getting some help from UConn losing, and then we can win. That's what we want coming up. Have you seen the Hulk? Chris Hemsworth in his movie called Crime 101. One person said it's the best movie so far this year. I think for Oscars, it's Hamnet. It's the lady that keeps winning for the Shakespeare one. That's for last. But during this short, for the first 2 months, Crime 101 is a gritty crime drama. It doesn't sound like you've seen Crime 101.
Crime 101. No, I've seen Dragnet.
I have seen both the Dan Aykroyd movie and the original great TV show.
So tell me about Crime 101.
It's gritty. It's got
robbing grocery stores.
It's no grocery store. Coincidentally, it's got one of our pod favorites. The one topic that has always helped us with our numbers is Halle Berry, and it's got Halle Berry in it. So it is kind of fun, and she's almost, fighting for, women's rights as women get older, they get chucked aside because all the teenage women come into the workforce. She's got a little bit of that in part of her story. So it's fun. It's good because it's the world type of plot, but it reminds me of Heat. Did you ever see the old movie with Al Pacino and Val Kilmer? The bank robbers, real high level organized bank robbing.
Let's see. I think I might vaguely remember that. It had Val Kilmer in it.
Yeah. He's a super, super hot-headed, awesome bank robber. Anyway, Crime 101, in my mind, matches up to that. And it's got all the Marvel superheroes in it. It's got the Hulk and it's got Thor. So if you like those actors, you'll like that. Bridgerton has a red hot, sexy version this year that the ladies will love. It's very, very fun, romantic rom-com. So Bridgerton's out on Netflix. Every year they have, or not every year, but their idea is love in a period piece with a corset. And Bridgerton is
kind of a period piece.
It's kind of, as long as period pieces have, Charlie XCX playing the background music. That's the kind of period piece this is. Yeah. Yeah. But it's extremely popular. Oh my gosh. The ladies love. They always have one good male nude scene with the buttock.
Yeah.
With a buttock.
I put that in the same dumpster with Handmaid's Tale.
Torture porn. I watched the first series of Handmaid's Tale. I'm like, these poor people are just getting tortured. So I was out for that. It's too torturous. So I never.
Well, that whole series, I just think, is horrible.
Well, I never watched, 2 through 8 because it was so horrible. In my mind, it was just so horrible.
Did you see I'll tell you why I hate that. Did you ever watch the Good Morning, the CBS This Morning about the author?
No.
Oh. She grew up and her parents had her in Eastern Europe. And they would constantly get the reports of the tortures they were doing to people in Eastern Europe under communism.
Oh, not a good
thing. So she took all of those tortures and applied them to Christianity. She said, the communists aren't doing this. The Christians should be.
They would prefer if they were doing.
I think the show is repulsive.
Yeah, not. I don't like anything that's torture porn kind of thing, and that's in my mind. It was.
Yeah, I mean, if it's made up to make, I don't know. Enough said.
Enough said. We didn't like it.
I
One
did.
of the areas that we went to this spring on our lighthouse tour was Sanibel Island, and we found out Tom Hanks has a house in Captiva that we now know why he would want that. It is gorgeous, Henry. Gorgeous beaches, turquoise water. It looks like looks like the Bahamas. And so we stopped, put our chairs down, looked at the lighthouse, had shrimp and grits. And when I went into the ocean, dolphins were swimming. I have never been swimming. I've been on a boat where we see lots of dolphins, but that was fun. We had a great time. Is that Duke or Stella? Stella out to poop.
Wake up all the squirrels.
Well, do you have any other things that you did? I believe you did something exciting this weekend that I thought would cause you to not be able to do the pod. And you're like, no, nothing I do is that important. The pod is beloved. Did you have a wedding or did you move somebody's futon bed?
It was probably last weekend.
Ah.
We went to marvelous Las Vegas this week.
Oh, I do love Las Vegas. And how was it?
It was nice. Expensive.
Yeah, Vegas is not cheap. The days of the $8 buffet are all gone. The mobsters let you go in and eat for nothing when we were really young. But then the corporations bought all those hotels. It's like, profit centers. And now the food is incredibly expensive. But did you do anything fun? Are you like the guy that goes to shows? We love to see the concerts there.
No, I went to dinner a bunch of times, and we went to a trade show.
Oh, well, it was work.
12,000 steps, which for me is a new record. My back is still suffering.
I'm so sorry. It's an ibuprofen week. That's what I call those.
I don't know.
Well, so you have never
do any extracurricular activities. It was amazing to me that I looked out my window and there, and Mystere with Cirque du Soleil is still something you can go watch.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe that we are all suckers enough. They have a new Cirque du Soleil in Orlando. So we were at Disney for quite a bit of days and had a blast. We did a lot of walking, and they have a brand new Cirque du Soleil show that doesn't have tiny Chinese 3-year-old jugglers. It's a whole new one.
I saw Mystere in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw Cirque du Soleil in San Diego before they were a thing.
Oh, they were just like a small. Yeah, now they're everywhere.
Yeah,
absolutely
they're just becoming a thing.
Yeah, it's a real show now. Well, Henry, anything we need to confess this week? I confessed I didn't walk Disney. I got an ECV and sat on it and rammed into people's ankles so I didn't have to walk so far. Well, not every day, but I admit I have now become an old, fat, bald guy ramming into other people.
Well, we came out of Hugo's cellar at the Four Queens, and I can't believe that there are people there just swarming to get in the place.
It was a surprise.
So when we came to the stairs, there was a lady sitting there with a baby, and I dove for the handrail, and she had to move, and then some guy came behind me and helped me up the stairs.
What a nice guy!
So that is admission that I'm unstable enough that people look at me and go, "Oh well, God, I better help this guy before he goes down."
They're going to help you either way. They're going to help you into the ambulance, or they're going to help you up the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, plus that makes us warm in our heart that humanity still, folks, are nice.
Oh yeah, yeah. On the Las Vegas downtown strip,
Nice.
there are people there who are gonna save you.
Regular folks like you and I. Well, regular folks like you. I wouldn't help anybody. A grandma would start like falling into the pool, and I'd be like, no thanks. I don't want to get wet. You, on the other hand, you would help. You are the moral backbone of the pod.
No,
Well,
no,
Henry,
not really.
we are out of interesting things unless you have another confession.
Oh no, my mind is just a rush.
A rush
Wash.
of confessions.
In movies I've got to watch.
Yeah, well, there are a lot. It does start to be the popular summer season, so there will be many movies I'm looking forward to. The hunky Ryan Gosling has one called Hail Mary. I am looking forward to the people that did The Martian with Jason Bourne. So it'll be interesting to see that. I'm looking forward to it.
Very
Henry,
good.
another week has gone by, my friend. Hugs, kisses to you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Checking In with Hein and Johnny. You can follow all things Hein and Johnny by subscribing to Checking In with Hein and Johnny anywhere you listen to podcasts. Checking In with Heine and Johnny is sponsored by Conveyors and Equipment. They supply, design, and service all types of conveyors, belting, and material handling equipment since 1972. With 3 locations to serve you, Salt Lake City, Albuquerque, and El Paso. Find them on the web at conveyequip.com. That's ConveyeEquuip.com.